Meet Jonathan Stark of the Daniel Stark Law Firm in Bryan, Texas. Today, it is my pleasure to speak with Jonathan Stark, who is an attorney, founding partner, and leads the litigation department for the Daniel Stark Law Firm in Bryan, Texas. He received his Bachelor of Business Administration in Accounting from Texas A&M University and his Doctor of Jurisprudence from Texas Tech University School of Law. Jonathan has designed and co-developed several personal injury computer applications, which have greatly increased both client services and inter-office efficiencies. Jonathan is also a dynamic speaker, a skill that is especially relevant as the firm's head litigator. He is often asked to speak at conferences across the globe on topics including providing outstanding client services, law office management, law firm culture, including Daniel Stark's core purpose and core values, and increasing clients' recovery through the use of technology and the integration of technology into personal injury management. Thank you, and help me welcome Jonathan Stark. Thank you for joining us, Jonathan. And one of the topics that we hear from trial lawyers a lot is about cases that made a difference. And so when you think about that, what cases come to mind that your firm has handled over the last, several years?
Donna, I think probably in every lawyer's career, there's a handful of cases that really change the way you look at things as a lawyer. I know that's certainly true for me. I think also many lawyers will have this experience where it's kind of the landmark case, the case that maybe puts the law firm on the map in terms of the lawyer community at large. And for us, that happened a number of years ago when we represented the husband of a family of five who was in a catastrophic wreck with an 18-wheeler. Horrifically, everyone in the vehicle died except for the husband. And just to have the opportunity to walk him through what, as anyone could imagine, would be the most horrific thing a person could imagine. And just the understanding of how impactful the work we do is, not only in terms of a financial recovery, because in a case like that, frankly, as a lawyer, the financial recovery, that's kind of the easy part. That's the X's and O's. You deal with the numbers. But to just see how we also have the opportunity to help these people recover on a much more personal level and get to a place where they can begin to function again as people, it really is extremely rewarding.
And when you describe especially a catastrophic multiple death case, I can't even imagine what that's like in terms of, the law firm. And I've always heard the adage that, every trial lawyer has a box of Kleenex on the conference room table. And it's amazing to me that you handle these cases for people on what was no doubt the worst event of their life. How does that impact you as a trial lawyer?
I think that it's impossible to have this true work-life separation when you do what we do. To say that you're going to leave these cases at the office and then go home and enjoy your family when you're representing people who just lost theirs. Frankly, I think that's an impossible thing to ask of a lawyer, really of any professional. And so to say that we're not impacted by these cases is certainly not true. And we recognize, just as our clients oftentimes suffer traumatic experience, which needs counseling and therapy to help process, we also make sure that those services are available for our attorneys and for our staff, because it is a lot. It's a heavy, heavy burden, but a great privilege to be able to represent people during these horrific times. And so I think sometimes it's good that we allow our hearts to be broken alongside of our clients' hearts, and we allow ourselves the weight and the heaviness of knowing that we have been entrusted at a critical time in clients' lives. And I don't want to lose that sensitivity to what our clients go through. I don't want our lawyers or our team to become hardened by just the frequency by which we see these horrific kinds of events. I think having a soft heart and having an appreciation for the magnitude of what these people are dealing with is part of what sets us apart as a law firm. And we are going to hold tight to that here at Daniel Stark.
One quick follow-up question. You mentioned providing counseling or therapy for your team and your staff, and that's a unique concept to me. And quite frankly, I've not heard that from a law firm that I've spoken to recently. Would you mind sharing a little bit about that?
Sure. I mean, we all have experienced secondary trauma, is I think the therapeutic term used for this kind of thing, where when you're exposed repeatedly to the trauma, even of other people, it is going to make a difference in how you see the world. And I mean, one of the things that pops into my mind immediately is just thinking about even just the photographs of some of these cases where you're dealing with mangled and horrific injuries. And to think that our team can see these things day in and day out and not be impacted, frankly, is it's not realistic to expect that it doesn't make a difference. And so, yeah, we believe that it's important that our team have access to counselors and therapists to help them process through some of these things. Here in the last couple of years, we've actually hired as part of our staff a former pastoral counselor. His name is Dawson. He's an unbelievable resource for the firm, but he helps walk some of our clients through these difficult seasons in their lives. And he's also here to help our staff when they're struggling with some of the things that they're exposed to through this work. So yeah, I hate that it's a unique thing. I don't think it should be. I think law firms across the country would be well advised to pay attention to and support the emotional well-being of their team who are dealing with really hard things.
Absolutely.